Hi everyone, I received my design ambassador packet for this month and I wanted to unbox it with you guys and see what we could create with it. So for some design inspiration, I know that there is some of the new beads in here, so super excited about that. So without further ado, let's see what's in our design ambassador packet. So with my design ambassador packet, I get a little note telling me what's inside. And apparently we have sweater weather bead mix in La Luna. And then vast desert stone focal bead. And then beaded chain sandy shores in turquoise. And I get a bonus this month. It's from the sister company of Jesse James Beads. It's called Dress It Up Buttons, and it says that we have a pack in here called Tree Trimmers, and it was packed with love by Kelly. Thank you, Kelly, if you watch these. So this is what is in here. Yay! So let's open this up. Here we go. We got this gorgeous stone here. And this is the desert stone focal bead. Very, very pretty. Look at that. And it is drilled, horizontal. So that is really pretty. So we have that. And then we have beaded, so they're chain reaction. And it's called Sandy Shores in turquoise. I love their chain reaction because, as I've mentioned in other videos, it is super cool. You just add some beads, or you can even use it to create some dangles on your beads or make a really cute bracelet. I mean, think about it. If you just cut a piece as long as your as it will fit your wrist, add a clasp, and you have a instant bracelet. I mean, there's not much that you have to do than that. And it's a really nice, really, you know what? It would be a really cool idea to make a bunch of bracelets using chain reactions to give them as stocking stuffers this season. So just an idea there. So very cool. And then we have this one that is called Sweater Weather, and it's the La Luna, like little packet or mix, I'm sorry. So it's La Luna mix, and let's open it up and see what's inside. I'm going to set this aside so that the camera doesn't want to focus on it. And take the little tape off. Ooh, this looks really pretty, you guys. So here we have La Luna, and we've got a couple of these gorgeous stones right here, like blue, teal blue. Look at that, but they have like a rainbow finish to them. You can see it in the camera. Really pretty. And let's see. Oh, we've got these large hole beads. Pretty. And then we have some bracelet connectors. Very cool. And we've got some of these flat, like table cut, neutral colored beads. They're like a cream color, but they're frosted and shiny. Oops, one wants to get away. Love these colors. And then we have these two gorgeous round beads. They're half see-through or crystal, transparent, and then the other half is metallic. So we've got those. And then, oh, look at these drops. Aren't these pretty? Very pretty drops. The holes are up here on the top. So we've got these really cool drops, and just grab them whatever I see first. Ooh, these are nice and heavy, these brass colored spacers. And let's see. Ooh, these are fun. These squares, these cut squares, and that beautiful tone, cream or it's almost like a gold crystal tone. Look at that. That is, I love those sparkly ones. We've got some more of these large whole beads. Look at those. Those are cool. These are really pretty too. And we've got some these that look like little bubbles. They are like little drops. There should be another one because there's always pairs, which I find very helpful when creating jewelry. Come on, I'm just not seeing it. There it is. I know everybody's screaming on video. There it is. So we've got like these bubble little drops, briolettes, and then we have a couple of large rondelles, beautiful champagne crystal color, and we've got these gorgeous rhinestone beads. Look at how pretty those are. These have the big rhinestones. Very cool. And we've got these cute little stars. I mean, it is moon, la luna, which means the moon. We've got these cute little stars as charms. We've got these cool charms too. Look at these. Isn't that cool? Very pretty. And then we have, what else? We've got a couple of adorable little tassels in teal blue. Look at these. These are cool. Yeah, they're glass. These check glass flowers, and they have like brass or gold paint in there, or patina. And we have of course, our lovely, and I love these, our gold cage beads. And then we have some, where are they? We have some larger rondelles in teal blue with some metallic, like a brown. And there are these that look like, these are so cool because they look like diamonds, the shape of them. But I don't know how to explain the shape of these. They've got a rainbow finish to them. And they're just gorgeous. They got golds and blues to them. And then we have, oh, this one fell out. Then we got some of these spacers right here. Oh, I have another diamond. I guess we have like 6 of them. Then we've got these gorgeous brass spacers. Got a bunch of those because I found another one over here. And we've got these adorable little stars. There's ones that are just the outline, and then we've got the full star. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Little charms. And got 4 of these rondelles, like champagne color. I like going through each of these. Let me know if you don't like this style, and I can just dump them all and then swirl them around and show you guys. Or you're okay with me going through them like this. I just love to see each and every one of them, see what's in here. Got a couple of frosted, like cat's eye round drucks. I love these cat's eye ones because they, all of a sudden they pick up light. See, they're just really cool. And we've got these that look like little half, are they metallic? Okay, so these are like pearls over here. And these are clear. Look at these, aren't these cute? They like have also that AB finish. Look at that, little round drugs. They're nice and sparkly. Then we've got these 4 like metallic little pearls here, little round metallic pearls. And then we have these like teal, well, I guess they are teal. Are they round or rondelles? Nope, they're rondelles. The little itty bitty rondelles that we usually get. And we've got these really cool gunmetal spacers. How cool are those? Got 8 of those little round tipped spacers. And okay, so that is La Luna Sweater Weather collection. Last but not least, we've got these cute, adorable little, it looks like lights. These are from Dress It Up Buttons. So I guess they're like little buttons, but it says they're called tree trimmers. But look at how cute these are. They're some little lights, like tree lights. Aren't they cute? So this is what we have for our design ambassador kit. Before we go into designing, I want to say a big thank you to Jesse James Beats and Dress It Up Buttons for sending me these adorable little lights and bead mixes and gorgeous stone. So thank you so much for trusting me to make designs with your products. I want to let you know also that I am an affiliate with Jesse James Beads, and the link that I provide below, I will get a small little commission. So if you do use it, thank you. You don't have to, but if you do use it, thank you so much for supporting my little channel. And thank you all to the new subscribers that we have. I truly appreciate it. It makes me so happy when I see comments, and I see compliments in the comments down below. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me, and I am sometimes surprised to see them because I am my worst critic. And so it really means the world to me. Thank you so much. Now I will go and grab my tools and get ready to create something before I start crying. So I will see you in a bit. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna start off. We're gonna make probably a couple pair of earrings, I think. I don't know. I want to use the La Luna mix as well. But for now, let's start out with these adorable Christmas lights. So what I'm going to do is make a pair of earrings with them, and they will be perfectly festive for the season. So what you're going to need is some chain. I have this, I buy it in the rolls, but I have some of this chain, and like you can use any kind of chain. If you want a different color, you can use a different color, but I'm going to go with silver. And then we're going to use some of these jump rings. Ooh, there's one that's too big. Some of these little jump rings here, and a pair of ear wires. I've got some here. And let me grab a pair of these ear wires. And then we're going to be using 22 gauge artistic wire. Oop, there we go. 22 gauge artistic wire, and also in silver. You can use 20 gauge if you want, or 24 might be a little bit on the thin side. So 22 or 20 I think would be perfect for your earrings. For the dangles that we're going to do. So basically what we're going to do first is cut our chain. And I don't like earrings that are I have a short neck because I'm short. So if you have a longer neck, you could probably get away with a longer size, but I like them around 2.5. I mean, these will turn out to be about 2.5 once you put the ear wire on there. So I'm just going to go with 2. I think 2 inches is fine. About there. And then I like this Rolo chain because you can just... Oh, and I'm sorry. We're going to use our regular pliers. Our chain nose and our side cutters and our round nose pliers. My nifty little... These little ones that are... what do you call it? Ergonomics, which I'm really enjoying. So we're going to use those 3. So I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and open one of the loops here. Where is it? Just gotta find the little opening. All right, so we'll take this out. There. So grab that one and then cut. Gonna need 2, obviously. All right, so now that we have our 2 little pieces of chain, like that, then we're gonna cut, oh, I wanna say about, of this 22 kH wire, you're gonna wanna cut about, let's try 3 inches. It might be a little too much and we can just use less, but I want to first start off with more just in case. So we're going to cut 3 inches of the wire. And so what you're going to do is put these through here. Where is it? There we go. Through here and cross them over like that, and a little bit tighter. You gotta be careful because this is the little ends here are plastic, so you might end up, you don't want to cut through it. So once it's straightened like that, grab your chain nose pliers right here at the end of the little loop. Let's do it this way. That end of the little, that little loop, and we're going to straighten this out. See, so that just so that it sticks up straight. Let me put my hand in there. There we go. So this one is sticking out this way, this one is this way. So then what I'm going to do is grab it, right at where they meet, and gently, because this is a very soft wire, gently bring it around and complete it like that. And you don't need to do too many wraps. I'm just going to squeeze it so that it's nice. See how it's nice and even. And then cut off this excess right here. Like that. And squeeze. And then to make the loop, you're going to grab the one that was sticking up, go sideways, grab your round nose pliers like that, and then put them on here. Oops. Right about there, and then wrap your wire around, get your pliers out of the way, and finish the loop. Then change hands, and then I'm going to use my chain nose to gently just finish, wrap the loop. Make our wrap loop, and this one will complete what we started. See, it'll make a really nice, just finished. Let me cut this end right here so I can show you guys. There, and then we tuck it in. I need to cut my nails again. Tuck it in right there, and then straighten out our loop, because this is such soft wire that you have to go gentle with it, because otherwise you'll end up with a crazy wrap loop. So it's easy if you don't have a lot of strength in your hands, but you also have to be careful not to pull too hard if you're going to use your pliers. There, and just kind of straighten it out. And now we have our first little light. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to go off and do the rest of them, and then come back and finish the earrings. So, I'm going to cut this. And again, we've got a 3-inch piece. Let me move these to the side, just like that, so you guys can see what I'm doing. And the camera's not trying to focus on anything else. I'm going to use my little tray over here. And that's garbage. There. And our little chains, I'm going to put those over here for now. And all right, so we're going to grab another little light and we're going to put them through, put it through here, and then leave one side longer than the other, and then we're going to crisscross them like so, like that. Straighten your wire with your, you can do it, this is such a soft wire, you can do it with your hands. And then grab your flat nose pliers or your chain nose pliers and straighten up the longer one. Straighten it up like that to where this one is sticking up straight and this one is going to be, you can do it even with your fingers, this one is sideways. See, like that. And then grab your wire, your flat nose pliers, and just to keep it in place. Don't squeeze too hard or you'll mark the wire. And do about 1.5 little loops just to secure the wire on here. Otherwise you're going to have a huge looping area. And cut that off. Tuck this end in like that. And then grab your long piece, bend it sideways, almost 90 degrees. And then grab your round nose pliers, like so. That. Then wrap it around. And then move your pliers out of the way. Change hands. And then gently finish wrapping your loop. There we go. And cut off the excess like so. And tuck in your ends and straighten up your loop. And there we go. There's another little earring thingy or light that is now wire wrapped. All right, so I'm gonna go and finish off these other ones and I will be right back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and added all the little wire wrap loops, and this is what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I think it's so cute. I know it's a very simple earring, but I think it's so festive. And I mean, you can make them shorter if you want, then the earring will look fuller. You know, the little lights will be closer together, but I like the whole dangly. I think the silver gives it a little bit of, I don't know, like sparkle, or like, how can I say it? Like it brings out the colors in these little lights. So to show you how I put that together, so I have all the, like I said, I wire wrapped all the little lights. You can open up each one of these so that you're not having to put your earring down every time. So what I did was kind of just to get them out of the way pretty fast, kind of do a little production line situation here. And it just definitely makes it a lot easier when you open up your jump rings first. And this one's open. This one is open. There we go. So now that we have them all open, what I'm going to do next is these little loops do not fit over this little ball in the little ball in the ear wire. So what I did was I put it through here, through the actual end of it, and then I kind of brought it, and then I brought it around over here, and then just closed it right there so it doesn't loop back up through there. And then close this ear wire a little bit more. It's a little bit more narrow, just like that. And then now that that's done, then you would now we can start stringing on our little lights. So I'm going to start up here, right there, and use my 2 flat nose pliers. So I'm going to just hook this one up here, and then look for the next loop. So you kind of want to go, on each side. So I'm just going to grab like, I think this, no, actually, you know what? I'm going to grab this one right there, and then grab your little jump ring that is already open. Bring it through, and like that, and then grab your next little light bulb and put it on here. Come on. There. Put it on there. Close that one. Move on to your next one. And I'm going to go right about there. And then once you have them all on, if you don't like the way they're distributed, you can also always just readjust them. All right. And there we go. Now there's our second earring. There's our 2 adorable festive Christmas earrings, all ready to be worn for the holidays. I think I'm gonna wear these at my next video, or my next holiday party. It'd be cute. All right. You know what? Also, if you have a Zoom, if you're still working from home and have a Zoom meeting around the holidays, these would be so perfect. All right, so we're gonna set these to the side, and we're gonna do something quick with our little pendant here and some of these little guys over here. I think that we can do something really pretty. And I'm gonna get I think I'm gonna use some gold wire. Okay, so first what I'm gonna do with this pendant is first we're gonna decorate it, and I think that we can do some really lovely wire work with this. So to start off with, we're going to use 20 gauge wire. I'm gonna use this German style wire. And I'm going to work off the spool right now, even though it doesn't look much like a spool. It's all over the place. But I'm going to work like this. I'm going to straighten this out. And what we're going to do is I'm going to grab my ruler here. With our 20 gauge wire, we're going to measure 6 inches right there. Got 6 inches. And grab our round nose pliers like that, and then we're going to do a wrap loop. First we're going to go like this, and then I'm going to bring this around but this is our 6 inches right here. I'm going to bring this around, and then we're going to wrap it like we're doing a wrap loop. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3. There. And now we can cut. Oh no, we're not gonna cut. We're not gonna cut. Don't cut. All right, so now that we've done our loop, we can straighten this out. This is German style wire, so it is a little bit harder, but it's really good for when we want to wrap cabochons or these type of pendants. There. So now I have my little loop. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my pendant in. Where did I leave my pendant? Here it is. And I'm going to put, you're going to pick out which side you want to be. So this is going to be the top. So you want that little loop on the bottom. And just going to put this through here. Like that. Then we're going to grab this side. Right. And grab this side and go on the side of the pendant. And this will straighten out in just a minute. And then going to, why is this coming? There we go. Just like that. Now we're going to go over this part here and go over around the edges of this pendant, and we're going to shape it to the side just like that, and go in the front, over the top, around, just kind of like if you were doing a herringbone wrap. I'm going to come back down like this. So we have our wires so that we can wrap our decoration, so we can decorate the sides and go over the front again. So we're going to wrap this once like this just to anchor it. I went a little too crazy, so I got to straighten this. I originally tried to wrap it twice, but no, I need it to be, I'm going to straighten out my wire with my nylon jaw plier. There, much better. Like this. And then we're going to go over here to the side again. Oh, but we're going underneath. Underneath the wire. And I'm going to go over the top. Wrap again like if we were doing a herringbone. I'm going to do another one. Sorry. I'm going to do another wrap. So here we're going to wrap twice. And then we're going to stretch this out. German style wire is hard. Just like this. And we're going to leave the same amount of space. This is where we're going to do our bail. So you're going to want to make sure that these, you cut exactly where this edge is. Like that. Alright, now we can straighten out our wire. Put it on the sides over here. You can grab your pliers if you need to, just to make sure that this is on the side over here. Okay, so now we have our two little antennas, and we've got the wire going around and down here. Make sure you straighten out your loop just so that it's facing straight like that. And there, put this on the side here. There we go, just like that. Okay, so now that we have our pendant wrapped like that, we're gonna need some coiled wire. I coiled this wire, I coiled 24 gauge, 28 gauge wire on this. This is my coiling gizmo that I use, and this is one of the tools. I use this one, which is the second from the smallest. And what we're going to do is grab some 24, some of this 24 gauge wire that I have here, and then we're going to just loop this on here like this all the way until you see that you've got a piece sticking out here. See, just like that. And then I'm just going to, on this side, leave a space like that as well. Let me move this out of the way. Leave a space like this. Cut about right there. I'm probably cutting too much, but that's okay. I'd rather have extra. So now, you can't see, I'm trying to get this in the whole thing in the camera. So now you can see that I have this here. Now what I'm gonna do is wrap this. Where's my 20 gauge wire? I'm gonna grab another piece of 20 gauge wire. I'm not gonna take it off the spool because I don't know yet how much I'm going to need from the 20 gauge wire, but gotta really warm it up so that it's nice and malleable. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by wrapping this. Let me put this on this side. There. I'm going to start by wrapping this first. This little lip that's left here, we're going to wrap it on the 20 gauge wire like this. And don't wrap it too tight because we might need to bring it down a little bit. So kind of squish that together. So now that we have that, now you can bring your coil all the way down. So now what we're going to do is coil the coil. So we need to really hold on to this and bring this all the way down. Be careful with the coil because and then hold on to this part so it doesn't push out as you're trying to wrap your coil. So it can be a little tricky. I mean, you can use your coiling gizmo, but if you don't have one, I think this is the best. So see how it's just getting, we need to scroll it down a little bit. There we go. Just try to get it as close to each other as you can. Let me see, come on now. There. Try to use your fingers gently, otherwise you're going to ruin your coil. Oops, sorry, don't want to get out of camera. And keep coiling, just like that. Just holding it in place so you can make a nice coil. Make sure that it's all even like that. I gotta push from here and around, around. And see how we're getting this nice round coil here. And might have too much, but that's okay. I'd rather have more of the coil, I mean, than less. Around. And here. And here. Yeah, I think we're going to end up with a longer piece, but that's okay. Like I said, I'd rather have extra. Let's see. Let's see how big our pendant is, because this is going to go on the side. Oh no, you know what? It might end up being just enough. Now that we have it all finished here, now we can kind of readjust. Now I'm just going to bring this down because I don't need that much 20 gauge wire. And just going to wrap this around here like that. So now we have that, and we're going to cut a piece over here about that big, and grab your cutters like that. Move this wire out of the way, and now you're going to put it right here like this and kind of bend it to the top here and bring it around to anchor it. All right, so I ended up taking some off because it was too long, but now I finally wrapped it around like I was intending to do originally. And then we're going to bring it through here and gonna just anchor it here, like right on this little loop that we have here. I'm gonna just tighten this up, bring it closer, tighten it up, and wrap this here so it's nice and tight. I'm going to cut this part here. See how? Cut that right here, like this, and squish so that we have still room in our little loop to add more decorations. Okay, so now once that we have our coil in place, now we can cut off these ends here. And make sure you're cutting off the correct parts. Don't cut anything else off. There. And then we're going to tuck our ends in. Make sure there's no scratchiness going on. And then what we want to do is grab all these little blue little rondelles right here. So now that we have these little rondelles, we're going to take some 24 gauge wire. And again, I'm going to work off the spool, so I'm going to throw these on here to save wire. Let's see. I'm going to thread these on my spool. Okay, if we have too many, we can always take some off. So we're going to leave a tail that we can anchor on to our pendant. We're going to grab our first rondelle like this, and I'm just going to spin this guy around. There can be no anchoring, no nothing. Just spin them around a couple times, just like that. See? Just like that. Then you grab your next one. Same thing. Leave a little space. And again, just go around and around and around till you have two. You've done it twice. Like just like that. So I'm gonna go and finish these and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished the wrapping of these little rondelles. This is, as you can see, the more empty side, so you want to make sure that you use the side that they look like they're framed, which to me is the prettier side. So we're going to anchor this to here. It ended up being a little short, but that's okay because we're going to cover up this wire work over here. You know, all this wire work showing here. We want to cover that up. So it's okay if it's a little bit longer. I mean shorter, sorry. There we go. And now we're just going to wrap this here. I wanted a little more space up on top. So I'm going to bring it a little bit lower. There we go. And instead of, you know what, instead of wrapping it, making this part thicker, I'm just going to go through the little space that we have in the wire here. I think we can fit it in there. Come on. Let me see if I can make a little space in here. No, there we go. So we can have it here and then bring it down through here. There and there, just like that. And just do another that you want to make sure you're straightening out your wire and bring it down through here again. I'll grab my pliers to bring it back out. And straighten this up. Like that. And just gonna wrap it about 2 times should be enough. And you just kind of pass your finger underneath. What I would like to do is add a pretty stone. So we can add a moon hanging from there, but it might make it too long. There we go. I like the sparkle. So all we need to do is make our own head pin, as always. Let's see. Yeah, it should hold. Make our own head pin, as I've shown you guys before. So we cut about 3.5 inches, like that. And grab our round nose pliers, which are right here, and kind of work this around. Like that. Kind of till you make like a little like spring or a little coil on the bottom. Like that. And then like that. Bring it out through here. Grab your nylon jaw pliers so that you don't scratch the wire, and pull. Okay, that was a little bit longer than I expected, but that's fine. And now let's find the center of this. There we go. And now we've got our cute little head pin right there. So, going to, as always, fold, grab our round nose pliers, up and around, change hands, and wrap. there. I have a gold jump ring right there. And then put it through here. And close. Will this work? Yes, it did. I literally grab anything that I can use. Now we have our bottom little dangle. I'm gonna grab this. This is like 4 inches of wire, 20 gauge. Then I'm just going to start my little loop right here, like that. Make it as small as I can. And kind of squish it like this. And then what I like to do is cut just a little bit of the edge like that. See how it gets a little, we get started with a teeny tiny loop. And now I am going to need I put some Tool Magic on my bent nose pliers, and they are perfect for grip, for making these little swirls without ruining your wire. First of all, the Tool Magic grips the wire perfectly, and second of all, it does not ruin your wire, or mar the wire is what I wanted to say. Just couldn't think about it. So just gonna make a little swirl here. All right, that should be good. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is bend this like, first I'm gonna bend it like this, like that, and then I'm gonna bend it back like that. Then we're gonna stick it in here. See, just like that. And hold on to it. And hopefully I could do this twice. Oops. Don't squish your other, make sure you're not squishing your other wire work. Hoping I can get this in 2 times. All right, come on. I don't need it to go too low. You're gonna have to do it with your wire to get it, with your pliers to get it in there. Like me, because this is, like I said, this is German style wire, so it is definitely a lot harder. Okay, so now I did the little swirl to hide the wire, all this wire work that we did here to anchor everything. I'm going to start making the bail, which is basically what we're going to do is anchor. This is 20, this one is, oops, the tag is this. This is 26 gauge wire. So what we're going to do is kind of a little wire work here. We're going to anchor here. I'm going to do 1 and 2 wraps. Make sure you bring that nice and low the way in there. And 1 more, 3. So now we're just going to do like an S pattern. So once we're down here, we're going to go, like I said, I want it really low. We're going to go out to the, depends on how wide you want it, is how wide these antennas are going to be. So we're going to go right over the top like that, and then go down all the way to the bottom the second one, and then we're going to go around. And I did a little bit more off camera, but basically the way the pattern is you go, so you wrap it around the bottom, you go to the top, wrap it around the top one time, and then take that over the front to the bottom and wrap that one around one time. Then you go back up through the back and wrap that around one time. And then you're going to go through the front and wrap that around one time. And then this, you're going to bring it back up, wrap it around one time. See, so you kind of going up and down. You could see how the pattern, and I recommend using your nylon jaw pliers to bring your knitting or design down so it looks nice and neat. Make sure you're straightening out your wire right here. So I'm going to continue this. You can always rewind if you need to see it again, but I'm going to continue doing this all the way. I'm going to probably do about, where's my ruler? So I'm going to do about 3/4 of an inch. I think that should make it a nice long bail before, but that's just at the middle point. Once I get to the middle point, then I will show you guys what's next. All right, so now that we've reached this part, this is 3/4 of an inch, as you can see about there. Now what we're going to do is grab our pliers and gently fold this one this way and this one this way. But you need to make sure that that they're folded enough to make another 3/4 of an inch. So pretty much it should end about here. So I'm going to do all the way there. That's where I'm going to leave my crisscross. Right about there. Make sure that it's nice and centered. Now that we have the crisscross, and now we're just going to keep doing the same pattern. You're going to just bring it through these. Make sure that you are just doing it. It's a little bit harder going up, having it, taper off. But all you have to do is keep your nail on the pattern and just hold it there while you do the other one, and just keep holding it until it gets smaller. Just make sure you're not tightening, because if you tighten it as you're stringing it around, as you're stringing your wire around, then this is going to get smaller, and you don't want that. You want it to stay this same size. So like I said, don't pull too hard, just wrap it around. So like, for example, this is the one that goes here. So as you can see, I'm holding it with my finger and bringing it around. Oops, wrong one. Bringing it around. Wait a second. Oh, yeah, right there. I'm just gonna have to go underneath this one like so and make my twist, and I'm gonna go over here and make sure now I got all the wire crooked. You're straightening out your wire either with your fingers, the warmth of your fingers will do it too, or using your nylon jaw pliers to get a nice straight line. And here, just going to bring it through, and now I'm just bringing it down, but I'm not pulling this way. So this might end up looking a little more crooked than the bottom, but that's okay, because this is kind of going to be in the back anyway. But if you can, as straight as you can make it, that will be the best. So just keep straightening your wire. Then this one goes around. See, hold it down because it tends to want to come back up like that. And through the back, and again holding it down through the back under this wire. And see how I'm holding it with my finger, and again, and then just make sure that you're pushing it down with your nails, with your nylon jaw plier, just so that you can, you know, get a nice even pattern. And again, this, bring it around. And up through the back. I'm holding it right there under this wire, holding it again with my finger, and through the front. And again, it's kind of hard where I'm doing it on the camera because my hands are stretched out. So I'm gonna go and finish this all the way to here, and once I'm here I will be back again. Okay, so I finished doing the pattern, and this is what it looks like. And then I open these and you'll see why in a minute, but I'm just going to do 3 wraps to secure this wire, or 3 wraps here. And that should be good. I'm just going to cut it right there. And close this. So now all we need is, like I said, you can use a pen or anything that is round. Like, so for example, I have this metallic marker that I got from the dollar store. It might be a little bit on the thicker side, but we'll see. And then you want to bring this a little bit forward, just like that. And then put your pen here and just roll it down. Roll your bail down like that, just so it has that nice round shape. See? And like that, and then just kind of close it. And I might move backward again. So now this, I'm going to put these little feet forward like that, and this is where we're going to hide this wire work here. So just going to take these little antennas left, grab your round nose plier like this, and start your little round twist. See, just like that. And then we're just going to start making a little swirl. Once you have it right there, just kind of, if you hear snoring in the background, it's my pug as usual. I'm just going to take this and gently, so you don't mar the wire, gently just put it right on here like that. Then we're going to do another one over here, and now that you reach the end, of course, now you can kind of rearrange them however you want. So I have the vision of doing them one on top of the other. There, and now it's nice. Your bail is not going to come apart. And And you can always use another pencil, another smaller, thinner pen if you want to get in there and make it a little bit more round. But I think that looks pretty just like that. What do you guys think? Do you like it? And then all you need to do is, I don't know if it would work on this chain, on the chain reaction, but just an idea. All you would need to do is, let me open this one up. And I'm gonna need my pliers for that. So you just, I don't know if this is gonna go, those square beads. Yeah, I think it's pretty big. There. So see how pretty? You don't need much. It's it can be on just this beautiful chain. And since you put all the work on your pendant, you can leave your chain nice and simple and it still looks beautiful and elegant. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, if you like it, and if it gave you some inspiration to decorate your pendant. Big thank you to Jesse James Beads for sending me these. We're going to be doing more with another tutorial with the rest of these La Luna beads. And here we go. There is our projects for this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more videos like that. Hit that little bell that's right beside the subscribe button so that you get notified the next time I upload an unboxing or a tutorial. And as always, stay safe, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.